Okay, here we go. We're gonna make a mushroom pate for the beef Wellington. Now, traditionally, beef Wellington is made with goose liver pate, but since it came to America, we've changed it to mushroom pate. It's actually a mushroom duxelle is what it's called, but I'm going to make it a little different. So first of all, we're going to shred a whole bunch of mushrooms. We've got some portobellas and we've got regular domestic mushrooms here. We want them as small as possible. You don't want to chop them because I don't think you can get them small enough. So we're going to shred them, shred the hell out of them, and get them down to where they're, it's going to be like a paste almost. Not quite 100% a paste, but it's going to be very close to a paste. Okay. Alright. Mushrooms have a tendency to turn brown. They oxidize once they're bruised and they're sliced, or in this case shredded on the shredder. So what you do is add a little bit of lemon juice. The lemon juice will help. It'll slow down the oxidation, and they'll stay a little bit brighter colored. That's basically what you're doing here. Plus the lemon juice gives it a little kick. Okay, now we're going to go over to the stove and saute them. Alright, I chopped some onions. Chop these onions as small as you possibly can. You don't want big chunks of onions, you want small as possible. Okay, this is good. Now we're going to add the mushrooms. And we're going to let them saute. You're probably not going to be able to get them all in at once. But they are going to shrink. They're going to shrink down to nothing. This was 5 packages of mushrooms, by the way. It was 5 pounds of mushrooms. We're 4 pounds of domestic mushrooms and then 1 pound of portobello. Okay, here we go. We've got our mushrooms. They're chilled off a little bit. Here's 1 egg we're going to add. And some breadcrumbs. Okay, you season it with salt, pepper, garlic. Those are just plain breadcrumbs. White wine and a little pinch of nutmeg. Salt, pepper, garlic, white wine, and nutmeg. Okay. This stuff's still a little bit warm, but it's chilled enough to put the egg in. All right, just a little bit more breadcrumbs. We want it to stick together, that's for sure. All right. There we go. Okay. Now, here's what I did. I put a pound of bacon in the oven on a sheet pan. I'm going to show you. And I basically blanched the bacon. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to line the bread pan with the bacon. Alright, so we're going to start here on this side, like this. Alright, there we go. Okay, we're going to bake the mushrooms in this pan here. And this isn't for dinner tonight. This is going to be dinner for tomorrow night. Because the mushrooms have to sit up. You know what I mean? They have to chill. And they have to set. So that tomorrow when we take it out of here, all we have to do is slice the mushrooms. Alright, here we go. Now look, you don't need this bacon. This is just something that I'm doing different. You could put this mushroom mix right onto the fillet and then put the fillet in the puff pastry. You can do it that way. But I'm just going to add the bacon basically for the heck of it, you know, just to get a little more flavor. Okay. Alright, now we're going to fold that over. These don't want to cooperate here. That's okay. No big deal. Put a couple on top. And the ones on top, try to tuck them in so that they don't curl up. We'll see what happens. Alright, I'm throwing that in the oven. Now we're going to cook that until, of course, until the bacon is done. And I've got enough to make one more little one. Now what's going to happen is tonight when I take this out of the oven, I'll put it in the refrigerator and let it cool. And then tomorrow, whoo, look out. Tomorrow it's going to be killer. I guarantee. Now you can do this with anything, you know, you can make it with chicken. You can grind up chicken and put it in here. Do the bacon thing and cook it. If you want to get fancy with the mushrooms, what you need is some whole pistachio nuts and some morel mushrooms. Morels are the woodland mushrooms that grow wild out in the woods. I don't have any, otherwise I'd be using them. They're, you know, they're fancy mushrooms, there's no doubt. Okay. Alright, there we go. Nice! Okay, now you're going to cook that until the bacon is crisp, or close to crisp. Alright, here we have the mushroom pate. Now I heated this up on the stove a little bit to get it to release from the pan. Oh man, these things look good. Woo-hoo. Oh brother, I tell you. Alright, there we go. There it is right there. This is the mushroom pate. Tomorrow this is going to go on the fillet, on top of the fillet for the beef Wellington. I'll put one on top, you know, and on the sides, you know, try to cover the fillet with these guys. The other one's going to go in the freezer. But man, that looks good. Look at that. I mean, that's nice. Now, if I had some morel mushrooms, and some pistachio nuts, what you do is you put the morels in right in whole. So when you cut it, you have round, you know, the morels are round. So you have a round, whatchamacallit. And the pistachio nuts give it a nice green color. But there you go, there's the mushroom pate. Now you can do a lot of things with this now. I mean, you could just cut it and serve it with sliced tomatoes, or, you know, there's so many things you could do with this. It's crazy. It's not funny. Alright, so I'm going to put it away, and tomorrow we'll do the tenderloin. Alright, see you guys later.